Would you like to find out what happened in 2007? Yes, you would. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what the heck happened? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. January 9th, Cal Ripken Jr. and Tony Gwynn are elected into the Hall of Fame. I think they already were before, but yeah, I can't remember. March 31st, St. Louis 5, Cleveland 1 in first civil rights game. I think it, can't even remember what it was now. Anyways, April 2nd, Bruce Framing ties Bill Clem's umpire record of 37 seasons as he started the season behind the plate. To start his 37th season, April 10th, 11th, and 12th, Cleveland has home games versus the Los Angeles Angels moved to Milwaukee because of a freak snowstorm that happened in Cleveland. Well, that happens in April, doesn't it? April 15th, dozens of players wear the number 42 to honor Jackie Robinson. Okay, April 20th. Okay, Bruce Framing, again with Bruce Framing, becomes the oldest player to ump a game. As he is the umpire, he is the umpire at first base. He's over 67 years old at the time. Let's see. May 21st, Baltimore 13, Toronto 7 in a Hall of Fame game that happened in Cooperstown. Aptly named Abner Doubleday Park in Cooperstown, New York. Let's see. June 6th, San Diego 5, LA 2. Trevor Hoffman records 500th save. The next day, Joe Torre is the 12th manager to win 2,000 games. June 28th, Frank Thomas is the 21st player to hit career home run number 500. Also on June 28th, Craig Biggio is the 27th player to get 3,000 hits. He retires at the end of the season with 3,060 hits. July 15th, Philadelphia Phillies are the first team to lose 10,000 games. Ouch. August 4th, Alex Rodriguez reaches 500 home runs. And the 22nd player to do so. September 3rd, Pedro Martinez reaches 3,000 strikeouts. September 16th, Jim Thome plays game number 2,000 and is the 23rd to reach 500 home runs. Jeez, this was a season of milestones, wasn't it? That's how I should name the title of this video. Let's see, September 23rd, Washington plays final game at RFK Stadium, winning 5-3, I think, over Philadelphia. September 30th, New York Mets finishes their monumental collapse. Had a 7-game lead with 17 to play, and they end up missing out on the National League East title by 1 game. Yeah, bad time to get ice cold. October 1st, Colorado 9, San Diego 8 in 13 innings to take the wild card tiebreaker. Well, let's go look at these standings. Shall we? Sure. Boston takes the American League East, 96 and 66 record. Yankees go 94 and 58, 2 back, and they take the wild card. Toronto goes 83 and 79, 13 back. Baltimore goes 69 and 93, 27 back. And Tampa Bay goes 66 and 96, 30 back. Cleveland takes in Central at 96 and 66. Detroit goes 88 and 74, 8 back. Minnesota goes 79 and 83, 17 back. Chicago goes 72 and 90, 24 back. And Kansas City goes 69 and 93, 27 back. Los Angeles Angels take the American League West, 94 and 68. Seattle goes 88 and 74, 6 back. Oakland goes 76 and 86, 18 back. Texas goes 75 and 87, 19 back. As we go to the National League, Philadelphia Phillies, as mentioned, take the National League East, 89 and 73. New York Mets, 88 and 74, 1 back. And there's where we tie into the choke job. Atlanta goes 84 and 78, 5 back. Washington goes 73 and 89, 16 back. Florida goes 71 and 91, 18 back. Central. Chicago Cubs take the Central at 85 and 77. Milwaukee goes 83 and 79, 2 back. St. Louis goes 78 and 84, 7 back. Houston goes 73 and 89, 12 back. Cincinnati goes 72 and 90, 13 back. Pittsburgh goes 68 and 94, 17 back. Oof. West. Arizona takes the National League West at the 90 and 72 record. Colorado goes 90 and 73. There's the aforementioned tiebreak. Take the wild card, and they end up half game back of Arizona. San Diego ends up with an 89 and 74 record, a game and a half back of Arizona. Losers of the wild card game. Los Angeles goes 82 and 80, 8 back. And San Francisco goes 71 and 91, 13 back. Season stats. Maglio Ordonez of Detroit, 363 average, leads the majors. Alex Rodriguez of the Yankees, 54 home runs, which led the majors, and 152 RBIs, 156 RBIs actually, also led the majors. Josh Beckett of Boston, 20 wins. John Lackey of the Angels, 3.01 ERA, led the American League. And Scott Kazmir of Tampa Bay, 239 strikeouts, led the American League. Missed out on a tie by 1. You're like, huh? Matt Holliday of Colorado, 340 average, led the National League. Prince Fielder of Milwaukee, 50 home runs, led the National League. Prince Fielder is the son of Cecil Fielder. So, Matt Holliday also had 137 RBIs, which led the National League. Jake Peavy takes the National League pitching triple crown. San Diego pitcher had 19 wins, which led the National League. 2.54 ERA, which led the majors. And had 240 strikeouts, which also led the majors. So there. So there's your season stats. Now we go to the postseason. Started the American League Division Series. First series, Los Angeles Angels versus Boston Red Sox. Game 1 in Boston, Boston 4, Angels nothing. Game 2 in Boston, Boston 6, LA 3. Game 3 in LA, Boston 9, LA 1. 3 games for Boston. They're in the American League Championship Series. Now we got the Yankees and the Cleveland. Game 1 in Cleveland, Cleveland 12, Yankees 3. Game 2 in Cleveland, Cleveland 2, Yankees 1 in 11. Game 3 in New York, Yankees 8, Cleveland 4. And Game 4 in New York, Cleveland 6, Yankees 4. So we got Cleveland versus Boston for the American League Championship Series. Let's do the National League Division Series. First up, Chicago versus Arizona. Game 1 in Arizona, Arizona 3, Chicago 1. Game 2 in Arizona, Arizona 8, Chicago 4. And Game 3 in Chicago, Arizona 5, Chicago 1. So Arizona's in the National League Championship Series. But who do they face? Game 1 in Philadelphia, Colorado 4, Philadelphia 2. Game 2 in Philadelphia, Colorado 10, Philadelphia 5. Game 3 in Colorado, Colorado 2, Philadelphia 1. Jeez. 3 went the minimum 3 games and 1 went 4. So, let's do the League Championship Series, starting the AL. Game 1 in Boston, Boston 10, Cleveland 3. Game 2 in Boston, Cleveland 13, Boston 6 and 11. Game 3 in Cleveland, Cleveland 2, Cleveland 4, Boston 2. Yeah, Cleveland won 4-2. Game 4 in Cleveland, Cleveland 7, Boston 3. Thinking, yeah, it's over, isn't it? Not so fast. Game 5 in Cleveland, Boston 7, Cleveland 1. Game 6 in Boston, Boston 12, Cleveland 2. Game 7 in Boston, Boston 11, Cleveland 2. Boston makes another comeback. Down 3-0 to the Yankees in 04 and down 3-1 to Cleveland in 07. Boston's now in the World Series, but do they win it? Well, let's find out who they face first. Game 1 in Arizona, Colorado 5, Arizona 1. Game 2 in Arizona, Colorado 3, Arizona 2 and 11. Game 3 in Colorado, Colorado 4, Arizona 1. And Game 4 in Colorado, Colorado 6, Arizona 4. The Boston and Colorado for the World Series. Let's find out what happened. Game 1 in Boston, Boston 13, Colorado 1. Game 2 in Boston, Boston 2, Colorado 1. Game 3 in Colorado, Boston 10, Colorado 5, in the first World Series game in Colorado. And Game 4 in Colorado, Boston 4, Colorado 3. Boston is your World Series champions again. I think that's their 8th. Yeah, they won 5. No, that's 7. My mistake, that's 7. So, twice Boston was trailing at least 3-1 in the League Championship Series, and they came back and won the World Series. So there's your 2007 season. Tomorrow, 2008. What happens in 2008? Well, you're just going to have to find out tomorrow now, won't you? Until then, stay tuned.